All right, welcome back. Today, we are going to level up your skills in a big way. We're diving into the Excel functions that employers are looking for, the ones that really separate the beginners from the true data analysts. This is the stuff that turns you from someone just putting numbers in a spreadsheet into a real data-driven decision maker. So, does this sound familiar? You've got sales data in one sheet, product info in another, customer details somewhere else, and you spend what feels like hours manually copying and pasting everything together just to build a simple report. It's a huge pain and a super common roadblock. I like to call this the analyst's wall. It's that incredibly frustrating barrier between all your raw data and the actual valuable insights you're trying to find. But here's the good news. In the next few minutes, we're going to give you the tools you need to smash right through it. Okay, first up, connecting all that separate data without the copy-paste nightmare. The solution here is lookup functions. Seriously, think of these as your secret weapon for automatically pulling information together from different tables. Now, the classic tool for this job is VLOOKUP. The idea is pretty simple. You tell it what you're looking for, let's say a product ID, you tell it where to look, and then you tell it what piece of info you want back, like the product's name. It's kind of like the first chisel you'll use against that analyst's wall. All right, let's break this down. The first three parts are pretty straightforward. What you're looking for, the table you're looking in, and which column has the answer. But, and this is so important, the real secret sauce is that last part, range lookup. You are going to use false here 99.9% of the time. Why? Because false tells Excel you need an exact match. If you don't use it, Excel tries to find an approximate match, which can lead to some seriously wrong answers. Trust me, just use false. Okay, so VLOOKUP is a good start, but it has some major weaknesses. For one, it can only search in the very first column of your table and look to the right. And even worse, if a coworker comes along and inserts a new column into your data, your whole formula breaks. This is where beginners get tripped up. But we're not beginners, right? And this is where the pros really level up. Meet index match. It's a combination of two functions that is way more flexible, way more reliable, and on big data sets, it's actually faster. All those problems with VLOOKUP, index match solves them. It can look left, it can look right, and it won't break if your columns get moved around. This is the professional's choice for a reason. It's just robust. It works. Now, if you're lucky enough to be on a newer version of Excel, you have an even better option. XLOOKUP. It gives you all the power of index match, but with a much simpler formula. It really is the best of both worlds, and it's absolutely the future of lookups in Excel. So we've broken through the first part of the wall by connecting our data. That's awesome. But now how do we start asking intelligent questions? Well, this is where we go beyond a simple sum and get into what's called conditional aggregations. Think about a real-world business question like this one. A simple sum function is totally useless here. It can't tell the difference between electronics and clothing or the North region from the South. We need a smarter tool, one that can handle multiple conditions at the same time. And the answer is SUMIFS. What's so great about this function is that the formula basically writes itself just by reading it. You tell it what column you want to sum, in this case, sales, and then you just start listing your conditions. First, look in the category column for the word electronics, and second, look in the region column for the word North. It's that logical, but it gives you incredibly precise answers. And you know what the best part is? This exact same logic works for more than just summing. You can use COUNTIFs to count how many times something happened, or AVERAGEIFs to find the average sale, all using the same set of conditions. This whole family of functions is your toolkit for asking really specific questions of your data. Okay, so far we've connected our data and we've learned how to ask really specific questions. But what happens when you don't even know what questions to ask yet? What if you just want to explore the data, slice it and dice it from every angle in seconds? Well, for that, we need the wrecking ball for the analyst's wall. And I want you to know that is not an exaggeration. The source material for this explainer highlights this for a very good reason. Learning how to use pivot tables is probably the single biggest leap you can make in your analysis skills. It is an absolute game changer. So what is this magic? A pivot table lets you take a huge, messy table of data and instantly turn it into a dynamic, interactive summary. You explore your data just by dragging and dropping fields around. It's kind of like playing with data Legos. You can build, rebuild, and discover patterns you never even knew existed, all in a matter of seconds. And getting started is shockingly simple. It's really just 4 steps. Select your data, click Insert Pivot Table, and then the real fun begins.
This is how you go from answering one question in 5 minutes to answering 50 questions in 5 minutes.
What's so cool here is that these 4 little boxes become your data playground. You want to see sales by region? Drag region to rows and sales to values. Boom, instant report. Then your boss asks about product categories. No problem. Just drag product category to columns. Bam, a brand new report. Want to see just 2023's data? Drag year to filters. It's this incredible speed of exploration that helps you find real insights.
So let's just take a step back for a second. We started out staring at the analyst's wall, stuck with a mountain of separate, confusing data. But now you've got this powerful new toolkit, not just to climb that wall, but to tear it down completely. So here's the bottom line. For flexible, unbreakable lookups, you're going to use index match. To get precise answers to specific business questions, you'll lean on the SUMIFS and COUNTIFS family of functions. And to really explore your data and find those hidden gems at lightning speed, you have to master pivot tables. These 3 skills, these are the dividing line between a beginner and an intermediate analyst. You now have the core Excel toolkit that employers are really looking for. You have the skills to go beyond just managing data and to start delivering actual, valuable insights that drive real decisions. So the only question left is, what are you going to uncover first?